What's up, everybody? You are listening, you are watching another episode of the Biggie Smallz podcast. I'm your host, Ray, with my co hosts, four of them again. Eli, to, excuse me? Eli to my left. You guys saw Bella, EJ, and the queen herself to the right. What's up, gang? How's everybody feeling? Besides Eli literally looking at half his leg.
Gross. That was gross.
Yeah,
All right, man. Tired these days.
I feel you.
Long week.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Long week.
Listen, man, it's we gotta get to the grind. We gotta get to the grind. That being said, though, helping us in our grind, if you guys like the video, if you guys enjoy the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys do. And if you haven't, you are all putis. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a banger. We would greatly appreciate it. It will help us in our grind, because we do grind doing this, regardless of what you guys say. Yeah, and we would it would really help us out.
Yeah.
We are gonna have a very intense episode for this Thursday episode. Before I start, I do tell you guys every week. Hit us in the comments below if there's any scenarios, any topics, any questions that you guys have for us that we will go through, answer, talk about, debate on our Thursday episodes. Being that our Monday episodes are our docket episodes. Today we are going to talk about New York and the entire state as a sport.
New York.
Before we get to
Go crazy.
the evil empire, we are going to start with the New York Giants.
Oh my god. Yo.
And I'm going to be completely honest with the both of you. I'm going to take a seat and you guys will take it away from here
Yeah.
because this is Yahtzee.
All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start
Go ahead, bro.
because this one to me, this topic right here. I mean, both of these topics for today that we're gonna hit are gonna hit close to home for me, but this one a little bit more because I remember in the beginning of September when we all started our fantasy teams and we were talking about football. I was excited. I thought the Giants were going to have a good season. I'm not saying that we were going to win the Super Bowl, but I thought we were going to be competitive. In all my fantasy teams, I picked not only Daniel Jones, I picked Darren Waller as well because I thought, man, how great would it be for them to just literally kill it together, right?
Facts.
Daniel Jones literally
Towards ACL.
tore his ACL. Darren Waller hurt his hamstring.
Once again.
Our backup quarterback injured. We're playing a practice squad player, and we don't even let him throw the ball. Saquon is really not there. Jeez, this just sounds depressing, doesn't it? At this point, here's where I'm at. Going from a mindset of thinking, oh man, the Giants could be competitive, I'm at this point now where, I know you guys have watched Caleb Williams play college football. Just give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up. Let's do what we have to do to right this ship and get Caleb Williams. Because I'll tell you this. Give me Caleb Williams right now to replace with whoever the hell we got in there. What's his name? What's the quarterback?
DeVito.
Yo, no disrespect to you, bro, but I have no idea who you are. You sound like a TikToker. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Big jersey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Just not big Giants.
nah, just not big Giants, bro. I'm sorry.
Cedar Grove, my boy, right around the corner.
Well,
You need to go back to Cedar Grove.
that tells me nothing.
Yo.
Yeah, it's upsetting, bro. I honestly just think, the Joe Shane, the GM, I know he's very into what his job. So I know he's definitely analyzing and evaluating everything that they have going on right now. But, a lot of things that I brought up in the offseason to now with the whole Saquon signing, I still feel that way. I think they made the right call in doing that. Regardless of what he can or cannot do, I just think that this tenure is just not what it is anymore. That lightning in a bottle that we had with Saquon when we got him as a rookie before he got hurt is no longer there. The lightning in a bottle that we had last year is no longer there. For whatever reason that may be, I'm not blaming it all on Dable, but because it seems like you would have thought on paper we got better this offseason, especially defensively and our offensive line, but that just happened to not be the case at all. Pete, guys can't stay healthy. It's got to be a New York thing. It's honestly, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, bro. And I hope, especially after the Cowboys beating, they just understand, hey, we are not in a position to compete. We are not even the third best team in our division.
Facts.
Let's just be real.
Facts.
We are light years away from the Eagles, light years away from the Cowboys, and we are not the Commanders. So we need help. Caleb Williams is the help we need. Right now, I think we're sitting at the second projected overall pick. Now, depending on who gets that first overall pick, if they don't need a QB,
Man,
God willing, they don't, so we can get him. But
we're projected at 2, but we should tank the rest.
Who's number 1?
I think Chicago.
Oh, that's right. They got
You
second
sure?
and they got
No, I
two
think
picks.
They got two
Mm,
picks.
got two
in
picks.
the first five. I just don't know.
5, yeah.
that case. Okay.
Yeah,
No, because
yeah.
I think Carolina has a worse record than you guys.
Yeah. But I think
I mean, they're not gonna pick a quarterback.
no. So I think
No.
because of the DJ Moore trade,
They got the first pick.
they got the first pick.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, in the top 5.
Yeah, in a top 5. So,
Girl, what are you doing?
damn.
Yeah, whoever that is, it is over.
Damn, that's foul. Yo, why are you on one?
You got it. Never mind.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate, man. It even had me second guessing myself as a fan, really. Like it's just I'm tired of watching mediocrity. Honestly, from a Giants perspective, you know, like it doesn't even feel like remnant of anything we did last year at all.
Nah.
I can't even watch them, bro. I can't even watch them.
This raps. We were at the freaking on our own 3 possessions in a row, and ran the ball all 3 times. Like it was really sad to see.
Yo, like no faith in the QBs, bro. Like, why are we playing the game, dog? Why is that even a position? If that's the case, bro, go out there with somebody else that's not a quarterback. That's somebody that can actually throw the ball because you're not even letting the kid throw the ball.
It was crazy.
So you know what? I apologize for even like trying to criticize him because how do we know if he could throw the ball or not if he's not being able to throw the ball?
Big Jersey.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I think watching the game, I know I said I was gonna let you guys rock here, but I'll say this one point. The camera panned to like a fan. I think it was like 3rd and 3 or 4th and 3, and I guess you guys ran the ball. And the camera panned to a fan, and the fan literally said, "That's what we're running on 4th and 3."
Oh, I saw that.
Literally,
saw that.
That's what the fan mouthed, and I was like, "Wow."
It don't like yo. That's what I'm saying, bro. You got the everyday watchers thinking like, yo, what is wrong? That should not happen.
Yo, and freaking Andrew is gone again, bro. Hurt his knee today. Got carted off. Thibodeau carted off. I mean,
Concussion.
walked off. Concussion. Like, our guys, the people that we drafted, just, they always get injured. You know? Our offensive line we thought was getting better. Now we literally have no one as a left guard and a right guard. We're depleted. You know? We thought Waller was going to be our security blanket. Yeah, no, he's done. And I think he should be, like, completely done.
Yeah. Why do you even bring him back? You're not even throwing the ball. You're not throwing the ball. What are you going to bring him back? Just to block?
Yeah.
No. Go get healthy. Figure it out.
Yeah, fix that hamstring out. If you need to get a surgery for that yo, do whatever. He's been having that same hammy injury for 3 years. Yeah. He's been trying to get back. Like, bro, cut the season. The season's done. Go get help. Go finally fix it. Because at this point, we don't need you. We don't need you if you're not going to be completely healthy.
Yeah.
If you're going to be resting on every other Thursday. Like, no. And when it comes to Daniel Jones, now, guess what? ACL tear. You just paid them.
Yo,
What do you plan on doing?
how do we look?
Well, guess what? You know who looks great? And I get it that he hasn't been playing well. Well, guess what? They got 10 in the box, not 8 in the box. They got 10. They're loading up the box. It don't matter. He not getting
You
no
talking about
ones.
Saquon?
Saquon.
Yeah, I know.
So it's really not his fault. They know this quarterback is not throwing. Putting 10 deep on the box, and we're gonna play you one-on-one on the outside. Because guess what? You're not throwing it. So guess what? Saquon, you can leave. You have every right to leave.
Yes.
You wanted to stay. He did the right thing. You know what? Sign. All right, fine, cool. I'll sign the 10. I'll do what you wanted. Guess what? I promise you, wherever he go next year, buckets.
Oh yeah.
Buckets.
Oh yeah.
Wherever he signs you,
Yo,
buckets.
I'm telling you this right now. Saquon goes to the Chiefs. Ha. Good luck. Good luck. Saquon goes to the Bengals. Ha. Good luck. Good luck. Good
To the
luck.
Bills? They
No.
need one.
No,
I know you don't like him.
I don't believe in him.
I know you don't like him.
I'm
not rocking with that.
I know you don't like him.
I'm not rocking with that.
But Saquon, they need one.
Josh Allen be talking way too much.
Nah, if he get him, he gonna be talking a lot more.
Which is that is true.
I'm
That is
sorry,
true.
they need one bad because James Cook for whatever reason ain't doing it.
Yeah, or
None of the cooks.
I've heard rumors of maybe Saquon going to Chicago with Justin Fields.
Yo, but it's just Justin Fields, man. We don't.
Nah,
we
he could
can't,
hoop.
bro. He could hoop, but
But
like
he's
we
just
talked
hurt.
about,
He's
it on
supposed
the
to come
pod.
back.
They gotta let him go. They gotta let him play ball.
Yeah.
They got him handcuffed.
What
Let
if-
that boy run.
What if Saquon puts the star on?
Oh, brother.
Nah.
Talk. Yo,
don't do
you're
that.
just like literally writing up the perfect heartbreak.
Yeah.
Giants
Don't do that.
If that were to happen, I think I would literally like just not be a Giants fan ever.
I would hate the Cowboys even more
Oh no.
than I already do.
Yeah, nah. It would be terrible.
Mm-mm.
I
Nah.
yeah, nah.
Don't let the Cowboys win one.
Oh god.
With him?
Yeah,
Nah, yeah. I'm gonna be a LeBron hater and burn his jersey for sure.
nah.
I'm gonna be one of those. That'd be insane.
Yeah, no, because I'm going through the teams. You guys are naming a few teams. Other teams that we could throw out there, depending on how the season continues, but it doesn't look like he's stopping. Damian Pierce is not really doing much for Houston. What if he goes to Houston?
Oh nah.
Snack that Smallz back.
Oh nah.
Um,
Phew, that's a good one.
what's
Yeah,
his
that is a
what's
good one.
what's
That's
this
a
guy's
good one.
name? I don't remember if they paid him, but let's say Gus leaves. What's
Baltimore
if he's in Baltimore?
reunited with OBJ.
God.
Yeah,
Golly.
there's so
Nah,
many
he
options.
got options, my boy.
He needs to do that for himself though,
yeah,
bro.
for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Get yourself in a better situation,
sure.
bro. Now, now,
What do you see, Batman?
Is she like looking at herself?
I will say, if the Giants decide to tank and they end up getting Caleb Williams,
It's gonna be a great pick.
yeah,
It's gonna be a great pick.
I
We
do,
need
and
a lot
I
more than
think
that.
it works out for Caleb Williams. You'll be in, if not the best market, one of the best markets.
He said that was one of the teams.
That
he
was
would
one of
play
the teams
for.
you wanted to play for. And then at that moment, I think Caleb Williams could bring people, other stars would want to play with him because they know how good he is. Because we need help on the outside.
Yeah,
We
do.
need help. We need help everywhere, dog.
The offensive line.
Like I'm saying we need help here. We need help everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
there's nothing much to say.
I was gonna bring up. I mean, regardless, I think you guys should go for Caleb or whatever, Penix or whatever top quarterback that's out there. But it's kind of like another New York team that we will talk about. Does it make a difference if you get Caleb and the rest of the team is still in shambles?
So there was a good point in the sense that I was talking to a friend of mine, and they're like, hey, maybe you do what Belichick does and give up that number 1 pick and downgrade and get like 2 or 3 second-round picks, and then double down again and maybe get a second-round pick and 3-round picks. You know what I mean? So that you can go ahead and give you an O lineman in the second round, give you I don't know, maybe 2 O linemen. Like, it's just so bad how our offensive line is and how Andrews continues to get injured, and now we have basically our top 5 and freaking our number 5. I forget his name.
Kayvon
Yo,
Thibodeau,
hurt
yeah.
again. Like it sucks. So do we go down and drop down to get more picks to like help us surround our offense and our defense,
Drop
or
down
do
and
we
get your
get the
eagle on,
quarterback we
yeah.
want?
I think honestly, you got to figure out the quarterback situation. Daniel Jones is done.
Yeah.
He's got torn ACL. He wasn't the best thrower, passer, and one of the things that made him so dynamic was his ability to run. That's gonna change. So that's overweight. That's money we can't get back. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Take the L.
and it sucks because, like I said, I'm like, yo, pay Saquon or pay him, and we decided to pay him.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a ride for my boy. A ride for him. And then, hey, he got paid. He did what he had to do, and he got paid. Daniel Jones, hey, his life is good.
Yeah.
You played for New York. You got your bread.
Life
You
is
got a little
good.
bit of money guaranteed. Live out your life.
Yeah, well, just to quickly go through the rest of the New York teams until we get to the New York team. Jets, obviously, Aaron Rodgers situation. We see how that going. Even though their season might
4-4 right now.
yeah their season might not be done, and they're talking about that he somehow is going to return at the end of the season. I think Aaron, I know you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm not even a Jets fan, but listen, I kind of would like to see you come back. Just sit it. Just sit out, bro. Just come back next year. It's all right. The Jets can wait. I mean, the Rangers are doing okay. The Islanders, who cares? Liberty, you guys made it to the championship, got blown out. I guess we'll chalk it up to the New York curse. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they did play the
Facts.
Aces.
Yeah, like
True. The Mets, listen, I don't know what you guys brewed up this year, but that was a complete debacle. You double down on Scherzer, you go get Verlander. They're both not on the team. Scherzer ends up getting a ring with Texas.
Yeah.
You let go of Buck, right?
Yeah.
And then you go get Mendoza. What are you guys doing?
all that money and being dumb.
What do you got? All
All
right.
that money
And I think, yeah, it's just the debacle, right? New York in itself is just going crazy. But last, but certainly not least, we are going to talk about the evil empire, the New York Yankees, the Pinstripes, whatever you want to call them, all right? And what they possibly should do, what they're probably not going to do, and we're also going to talk about their recent media day, or I don't know what the heck you want to call that, but whatever happened last week, we're gonna talk about it a little bit, right? So let me first start off and say how it came on. Well, multiple of them came on, right? How Yeah. Hal came on and started talking about how we're the New York Yankees and we built this winning, persona, that even a winning record is not enough. Like making the playoffs is not enough. Like we have now built this empire to the point that if you make the playoffs, you're just doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You got to now either dominate or win it all, right? Because we had a few seasons that we dominated, and unfortunately, we got cheated out in 2016. 2022, 2021, we lose to Houston, and they end up winning it all. So we had a few dominant postseasons, and I guess we'll take that as wins, but not making the playoffs is unacceptable. And even if we did make the playoffs, Eli and EJ both said we were getting swept regardless of who we played.
We had nothing for them.
Too
Right?
much good baseball.
So Hal was right. Hal was sitting there talking about we're not good, we're horrible, we're not living up to the Yankee way. Hal, I'm also going to sit here and say you're not your dad. You're a softy. You want to come up here and say that we're not good, this, that, and the third, and you still give Boone an extension. I don't care what you say. Boone's not the answer, bro. You were supposed to let him go 2 seasons ago. And now we're here a season into his an extension and not make the playoffs. So it's cool. I think it's cool that you're out here calling us out. Well, someone needs to call you out because you also made horrible decisions in the past couple seasons. Then we get the man himself,
Oh my god.
Aaron Boone. And what a shit show he spewed up. Talking about, no, we're great. And he even says something about, I don't know about this hoopla about the analytics department. We have one of the smallest analytics department in the league. I don't know what the fuck that means, Boone. But guess what? Even if you do, you're either using it wrong or using it too much or whatever the case may be, but it's being used incorrectly, buddy. So I don't care how small or large your analytics department is, you suck.
Yeah,
And
you're
that's
living and dying on it. Like,
Yo,
I'm
and you
confused.
want to know? Here's where I know that the organization is messed up. It's messed up. Your best player tells you guys, "Hey, it's cool if we use the analytics, but let's look at the right things." Oh, well, Aaron Judge, what are those right things that we should be looking at? Batting average and RBI. Oh, so we shouldn't be looking at exit velo and launch angles. No. Duh. Duh. What wins you games? Getting runs in. What wins you games? Hitting the ball.
bases. Hey, just flat out bases. Just get on base. So the average, right? RBIs, on base percentage, WAR, those stats ring a bell. Like, what the fuck is exit velo, bro? I mean, I know what it is, but I'm saying, like, why are we prioritizing exit velo?
It
I,
don't matter.
It means nothing if you can hit the ball hard if you can't hit it.
right. And then, first of all, Judge also even came out and said, kudos to you, Judge. I appreciate that you're bringing
Word,
this up to light.
facts.
He also said, we have a bunch of analytics, a bunch of data that we don't use. So it's like, we have this small, by your words, Boone, right? We have this small analytics department. But for some reason, we don't use all their data. And the data that we are using is the incorrect data.
Yeah. Well, I know what they should do. They should hire Aaron Judge's hitting coach because he has his own hitting coach. Unlike these other guys on our team who's batting like 220 and 205.
Wow. Wow. Let me.
Which makes sense because he's hitting 300 and guess what? He has 30 home runs and 90 RBIs. Makes sense.
It's great when you're right. I sat on this couch probably 3 different times and said, as a pro player, I will take matters in my own hand and get my own training coach, get my own batting coach, get my own pitching.
Yeah.
Judge noticed that, went and got his own, and here we are. Judge is basically an MVP every year, but obviously, there's others around the league and injuries and stuff like that. But
It's crazy because he had that setback when he got hurt with his toe, and he yet still had 30 home runs, batted 305, and had 70 RBIs, which is insane.
hey, advanced stats guys, this segment's for you. This little section right here. A Rod. Aaron should be MVP just off stats. If you take his numbers in the amount of games that he's played, I don't want to hear Otani. I don't want to hear Seager or anybody else that's in the. I think Simeon, that's in the top 3 right now in MVP votings. Go look up Judge stats in the amount of games that he's played, and come back to me with a conversation. Because guess what? What his stats say in the, what was it, 72 games he played? MVP. That's what they say.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Boone,
Gotta go. Cashman,
your ass,
gotta
bro.
go.
You're both of your ass. The training staff,
Gotta go.
ass.
Put your resume in, my boy.
Yeah, like the strength and conditioning dudes. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing.
What they're on.
You gotta go, right? Because once again, I think that the episode should be called analytics. This is what the episode should be called, right? not looking at the right analytics, right? Because you guys want to talk about how blah 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 this, that, and the third, right? You have old dudes like Giancarlo Stanton still having bicep injuries, but then we have new dudes like the Martian comes in and literally 4 games later now he has or he needs to get Tommy John surgery. Severino year in year out he has issues.
Rotator cuff all the time. Scab. It's just insane.
So, what are your analytics are saying about these injuries and how potentially our training regimen is not really working out? Nothing? No?
Mm.
Because on the other end, on our end, I think it's wrong. It's completely wrong. It's red flags everywhere.
That's been a big thing for me for years, and I've said that to
Facts.
Eli for a long time. For a long time, it makes no sense. Like I'm not even getting to the actual baseball skills part. Just
Bro, we're not even there yet.
we're not even there. I'm just talking just based off of just being able to take care of y'all bodies, bro. Like what are we doing? Like it makes no sense. It's got to be the city of New York though. It's got to be New York because like
Curse.
it makes no sense that you got young kids coming up, they're playing years of minor league, triple A, double A, no injuries. They get to the majors and they're with the Yankees ball club 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Boom.
15, 30-day IL, 60-day IL, out for the remainder of the season. It makes no sense. You want to know what it is? You guys are not taking care of your bodies. Plain and simple. Your strength and conditioning coaches are failing you guys.
Trash.
Failing you guys. And you guys have all this money. And that's the frustrating part. That's the frustrating part for me. We're supposed to be the evil empire. We have the money. If I were a major MLB star, I wouldn't even want to go to the Yankees.
Nah.
I don't care how much money they can give me if they can't take care of me.
Or what city we play in or our history.
You can't take care of me, bro.
No, bro.
I don't care. I don't care.
And a perfect example is Montas.
Yes.
We sign or we trade for Montas. First of all, we trade for Montas and we already know about his injury history.
Mm-hmm.
And we still go out and get him. Right? Cool. Whatever. He pitches 2 games. He gets freaking tattooed one of them. You guys shut him out. He's injured. Cool. Off season comes around. I don't know what you guys do in the off season. No one ended up checking up on this dude, talking to him, or nothing. We get closer to the season, and before he even throws a pitch, Montas is out of the season because he needs surgery. Like, what happened? You guys knew about his injury at the trade. You guys shut him down for the rest of the season. You have the off season. No one decided to evaluate him and maybe say last year when we shut him down for the season, maybe you should get the surgery now so we can get ahead of it.
I thought that was what we were doing.
But we decided to wait.
Yeah.
And literally, I believe it was like 8 days before the season starts, Montas is out. Mind you, Eli made this point, I believe, last episode or 2 episodes ago. There was this whole hoopla of us having the best rotation in the league. We had Cole, we had Montas, we had Rodon, we had all of them. We start the season with only like one of those guys in that picture.
Rodon, injured. He didn't even pitch and got paid. Montas, injured. Severino, injured. Nasty Nestor, injured. J. Cole, stud. I'm calling him J. Cole. My boy is in his bag. And if he doesn't go ahead and win freaking Cy Young, I'm gonna be mad because he deserved it and the Yankees failed him.
Yeah.
Because he should have. He should have. The amount of wins we gave up because we couldn't close out for him is insane.
Oh yeah.
He should have won it hands down. My boy has every right to leave. Every right.
Yeah.
It's sad to say that the first season in his career that I finally want to give Garrett Cole flowers.
Yeah, you can't even.
It's one of the worst seasons we have as an organization.
Yep.
It's insane.
Cashman, Boone, you guys have to go. It is what it is. You guys just have to go. Hal, if you're somehow watching this, Cashman is still managing things like it's the late 80s, 90s. Boone, I don't know where his head's at. He just has to go. The training staff, coach, the batting coaches, all that stuff, reevaluate it. Or whatever manager you guys get after Boone, make sure you guys pick a good cabinet, quote unquote. Because that's what the politicians say, right? We're off them. Because obviously you guys are the head of the snake. Regardless of what we do roster wise, it's not really going to be that effective if we still have Boone, Cashman, and the rest of those guys controlling everything, right? Also, stop being racist, but whatever. We're not gonna go there. Roster moves. Any of you guys want to take the ball here and just spit out?
I just have a question for you guys.
Let's hear it.
We want Soto.
Only if we can get rid of Giancarlo Stanton. The amount of money that Giancarlo Stanton has and the amount of money that this boy Soto has, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna handcuff ourselves. Like with those two, bro, they're like $500 million. It's insane. Guess what? I know Soto what he's gonna do, but my boy Stanton hurt his bicep, pull his hammy, not be there all season. I don't need that. I'll swap him. Goodbye. I'll send you to the Padres. You'll have fun over there. I'll take Soto
It might be better off for Giancarlo to go there.
to the Yankees. Lefty.
No. I'm talking about Giancarlo Stanton going to the Padres.
Oh yeah.
He loves playing there.
He can go right ahead. That's the only way. I'm not giving up any of our freaking guys down below us. I'm not if unless we can give up our garbage like freaking Torres.
Not happening.
Then I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't. If we got to give up what the little that we have, don't need it. I don't.
Well, everybody's talking about this new Japanese pitcher.
Yamamoto.
Yeah,
Yamamoto.
Supposedly the Mets and the Yankees are the two
He's the
teams.
Ohtani killer.
Yeah, they're the two teams that are in the running for him.
I'm gonna be honest. I believe it only because when they brought Tanaka in, they were saying the same thing, and he did his thing. When they talked about Ohtani being the thing, the Ohtani was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stick with their guns.
I've watched highlights. The dude is nasty.
Okay,
I just don't.
They brought out some dogs. So,
but here's my thing. You get Yamamoto, that's fine, but that still does not solve what I feel is the bulk of our problem, which is hitting. Now, here's my issue with Soto. Not that I don't think Juan Soto is great. I do think he is great. And I think if you put him into our lineup, he's one of those guys that's going to help us immediately. In order to get Soto, though, we're going to have to take an L somewhere. Because they're not just going to take Stanton. They're not just going to take... It's not going to be a 1-for-1. It's not.
Freaking wish.
So that's where I think it hurts us a little bit. Not a lot, though, because we have pieces. You get what I mean?
We do, but I know that's what we need to get us going.
Exactly.
You know, so it hurts. You know, it hurts us. Don't get me wrong. If Stanton, bless you, if Stanton was playing like he does in the playoffs, like he's played for us in a regular season, it'd be a different question. He can't bless you. He can't stay healthy, so it hurts us because we can't even play him. But if we were talking about Stanton, Miami Stanton, and imagine you had Judge, Stanton, and now Soto, you're like three-headed dragon. We're here. No, we're not. We're not. Like, stop putting Stanton at a $40 million because he's not. He's playing like a $10 million guy, if that, because he can't be on the field.
How do you guys feel about the idea of like getting rid of our young pieces to get Soto?
No.
Yeah, that to me is the issue. I rather go to war with Dominguez, Volpe, and Peraza. Cabrera. I rather go to war with them.
We seen what they do when they came in.
Exactly. So
I think the kid Reynolds that they're thinking about giving up for Soto, which you shouldn't.
I I do think that is where I stand. Juan Soto would be amazing, but
For the
I
perfect
don't
deal.
think it's worth giving up our young guys for. I like the young guys. I think the young guys came in and did what they were supposed to do for majority.
100%. 100%.
It was everybody else. No DJ LeMayu.
Gotta go. Torres, gotta go.
Torres was our second best offensive player this season.
And that says something.
That means so are we going to blame Gleyber Torres or are we going to blame the rest of the team?
I 235 is not good. Like
Yeah, but the thing,
that sucks.
I think
That's not good. He didn't bat 300
you're right, Eli. But name me 5 better second basemen
right now.
I'll take anyone over him.
You mean defensively?
But second basemen.
Any second baseman.
You mean
I don't think you can name me six second basemen better.
Here's the thing, and I know
235. I can beat 235.
But that's fine.
With who though?
But as
any second baseman.
I'm asking you who though.
I gotta look. I can just name you 5.
But
I promise you.
But the thing with Gleyber, right? The number one thing with Gleyber, I just need you to fucking play defense, bro.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I can find somebody who's batting 240 and can play defense.
And I'm telling you, you can't give me 5.
I'm a look.
I hear you, but I'm saying you can't. You can't.
I promise you, I can find 5 no names. They probably won't even be big time. That are batting better than what's 235.
But can they field?
Will look. I'll look off camera.
To me, that's.
I really don't think he's that good.
That's his knock, in my opinion.
And and the other issue is, I know he ended at, I guess, 230. I mean, I ain't check, and I really don't care at this point. But at one point, he was batting 285, so he was a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? Before we get on a tangent, to answer your question, no questions. Soto should be a Yankee, right? Because this is my thing. There's something in right field called the short porch.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what our other lefty can't do, which his name is Anthony Rizzo, is take advantage of the fucking short porch. So if we get Juan Soto, which I don't know if you guys have looked at the numbers.
Oh, I know.
I don't care how quiet the season has, Soto still was Soto.
Yeah.
And very, very, very big pull hitter. You know what could benefit him? A short porch that you're going to play 60, 70% of your games in.
And they'll love him in the Bronx.
Right? Now, if we get to all the other variables that you guys spoke about, I know Eli mentioned contracts. He's absolutely right. We're going to get handcuffed because it is what it is. But guess what? Yankees should have thought about that when they threw $260 million at Rodon. Yankees should have probably thought about that 6 years ago when they gave $280 million to Giancarlo to play 40% of the games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on. They gave $30 million to Donaldson that I think it's probably up this year because he's finally off the roster, but still. So somehow we're probably going to still hurt a little bit, but
does it matter?
This is what I get for not watching the Yankees.
Probably not, because like I mentioned to you guys last episode in regards to the Giants, it doesn't really matter who the fuck you guys get if the head of the snake is still bad.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know? So if Boone, if Cashman, and the rest of those boys are still there, I don't care if you get Soto, I don't care if you get Otani. It's not going to work. Look at the Angels.
Yeah.
You have, on paper, you got the 2 best players almost of all time. You haven't made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to be in the same boat if we get Soto, right? But it's going to look a little bit better, you know? And then I think to your point, no, we shouldn't give up any of our young guys. If there are young guys to give out one of the 2 Ps, either Pereira or Peraza. Keep one, ship out the other, right? Don't give up Reynolds. Don't give up any of the guys that are in our AAA. I really like Wells, but if you want to package Wells, go ahead. Whatever. We'll go find another catcher. It is what it is.
I like Wells.
Because I do too. But just like the NFL, it's a very difficult position, but you can find someone, right? Then you can go, so you don't touch the young guys, throw the other dudes. I guess to Eli's point, if you want to throw Torres, throw Torres. Throw DJ, at this point, throw Rizzo. Rizzo's 36. We gave him what, 4 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
so he has 2-3 years left.
Yeah.
So by the time that's up, you're almost 40. Get out of here. Get out. We got Soto. He's 28. He's freaking 12 years younger than you. Get out. Eliminate that contract. Giancarlo, obviously, you know, but I think Soto needs to be, I guess, in any pinstripes because I heard the Mets are also in contention, but that's also a different debacle.
I hope it happens.
I just hope it's not a lot. Like I
just
want
hope
to get him.
I'm not. I feel like I don't want to get him, and we gave up an arm and a leg.
And if we can't, okay, contingency plan. We don't get Soto because it's too much. Go get Belly.
Go get Belly.
Belly is another lefty
cool with that.
that's cheaper than Soto.
And yeah, exactly. You could probably get him at a discount, and you could stick him in center. But
Right.
here, like what does he want to come to the Yankees?
Well, before he went to the Cubs, he said he wanted to be a Yankee, and the Cubs swooped in.
Oh, okay.
Or better said, we didn't make a move.
Yeah, and before the trade deadline, there was talks of getting him, which is tough. It's tough. I don't know. I wouldn't mind Bellinger if we don't get out on Soto. I would want to grab him in, because if we are able to get him, and if our team can turn it around, it would be nuts to have Stanton, Judge, Rizzo. Like if these guys are healthy, like Rizzo wasn't healthy this year.
Yeah,
I was just looking at his stats and like he just wasn't playing.
The Yamamoto take also, yeah, I don't care. Go get him.
Yeah,
because Eli made a good point about that, right? Any Asian base pitcher that we got in, Chiming Wang, Tanaka, the list goes on. They just come in and do what they're supposed to do, right? Non pitching players, Hideki, you know.
Yes.
We had some other guy, but I can't remember.
Win.
Right? They come in, they do the job, and
yeah,
World Series MVPs. You know what I'm saying? So get them not only for that. My second reason, if we have them, that means everybody else doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at this point,
yeah, that's how we gotta go.
We're not gonna, if we have a starting rotation with Cole and whoever, that's not
no winning. Like I'm gonna be honest, like Nestor comes back, he should be in that rotation as that 2 guy.
Mm-hmm.
We thought he was gonna have an off year because he had such great of a year.
Right.
He came back and still did his thing. Obviously got hurt, but if he can stay healthy and do what he did his first season and a half, he's gonna be right in that 2-3 spot.
Yeah.
And if we get this guy, 1, 2, 3,
I have
really
no issue
solid.
going Cole, Nestor, Yamamoto,
and then whatever happens to Rodon.
Whatever happens to Rodon.
Montage.
Maybe Rodon has to
Dominguez.
be a 4-5.
Heck, I mean, use Rodon as a trade bait then.
You know what I mean? Give up Rodon.
I don't think that'll happen.
It won't.
They literally just got him.
It won't. But I'm thinking Padres, right? You got Blake Snell, and you got Yu Darvish, right? Your 1-2 punch, and I think Blake Snell is in contention of getting a Cy Young for the NL.
No,
right?
It is.
You want to throw a third Top Gun in there? Cool. We'll give you Rodon, but we need Soto.
Yeah.
No. I saw in one of the.
By the way, I think the only second baseman I could probably take is Kim. I think I like Kim.
I'm gonna be honest. You want to hear
or Nico.
And this is what I get for not watching this Yankee season. So I'm gonna take my rebuttal. I am gonna say sorry, but I'm gonna give you a fun fact. The first 2 seasons with Torres, when you liked him, he had 25 and 24 home runs. He batted 273, 271. The last 3 seasons after his first seasons, he batted 243, 251, and 247. Terrible. And the most strikeouts, 101 and 121.
Yeah.
The past season, he had the least amount of strikeouts. He batted 273 and had 25 home runs. So whatever he figured out this year, it looks like the Torres his first 2 seasons.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, hitting wise, it's like his hitting has always been his strong suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's always been his performance on the field.
Yeah.
As far as defensively, on the base pads. And like you said, I've always been a big supporter of Torres. I was so happy when we made that trade.
For
when we had Chapman the first time to get Torres from Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was the real deal. But the problem is I just think on the base pad sometimes he gets a little like.
Because I'm thinking
I don't want to.
His IQ is not.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
not
There
the
you
best.
go. There you go. That was
In all aspects, because even defensively, some throws that he should eat, or whatever, he just doesn't make it.
It's bad.
And I don't know. I'm not saying he's horrible defensively, because advanced statters, this is you again. His advanced stats show that he's not that bad, but it's just the pivotal plays that he makes the mistake that hurts us. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
All right, like your defensive stats might say whatever, but the thing is, the one play to stop a runner from going to second or third or whatever the case may be, that's where you mess us up, and now that run scores, and now we're done. Now we're down 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
The other roster moves, right? Because there's a lot that's going on in the past week. I don't know, whatever you guys seen or research or whatever. There's a lot of names being thrown out now, right?
Yeah.
There was the obvious Soto, the obvious Yamamoto, and the obvious Belly, right?
Yeah.
We're hearing that Eovaldi is saying that he wants to come back. We're hearing that Jordan Montgomery is a free agent and he's a possible return, right? We're hearing all this stuff. The thing is, we got to make the moves. We can't do what we've been doing the last 2 years and just sit there and let other teams swoop in and take the guys. Because that's what we've been doing for the last 2-3 years. Because of once again, whatever the analytics department say, you guys are not making the right moves. And then whatever moves you do make, in the long run, because at the moment it might seem cool, it might seem right, but in the long run, right? Because I think I mentioned this a few episodes ago, right? Sears is pitching great. Former Yankee, no longer with us. Wisniewski, great season with the Cubs. Former Yankee, no longer with us. We got dudes like obviously the Eovaldis, the Montgomerys, the Chapmans, but fuck you, Chapman. No one really cares about you. And Josh Smith, Heaney. Josh Smith also on the Rangers. He was also in the Yankees organization. Guess what? Gets a ring with the Rangers. So it's like whatever we get in the moment, at that moment, it might seem cool. But you guys also need to project what's possibly going to happen the next 2-3 years. Because guess what? It's 2-3 years later, and those guys are performing and producing for the teams that they're at now. And we're sitting back, not making the playoffs. Now, you can chalk it up to whatever, but I don't want to hear injuries. All right? I don't want to hear this, that, and the third. If our so-called big dogs like Cashman and Boone and our analytics department are making the wrong moves. And that's what's hurting us a lot.
Yeah, putting a lefty to pitch with 2 righties coming out.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Listen,
that, That's what really kills us,
Oh, baseball.
And no disrespect to Peralta.
Well, baseball, right? Very, very, very simple term. But it seems like a lot of organizations out there know what baseball is, and unfortunately, the New York Yankees don't. I know we sound like a broken record. Eli, 2 episodes ago, says we should no longer be looked at as the Bronx Bombers. Because guess what? We're not the Bronx Bombers.
No.
All right? Mad teams this year surpassed us in team home runs by a landslide. It's not even close.
No.
Right? So then on top of that, we're no longer the Bronx Bombers, but we're also not gonna play baseball. No. We're not gonna bunt when we need a bunt. We're not gonna hit and run when we need to hit and run, steal bases. Like I think it was Volpe, right? Volpe led our team in steal bases, and it's only 20. The bases got bigger.
I'm not gonna lie though, we have no one to do that besides.
You're absolutely right. Listen, you're absolutely right.
That's because
and the one guy we did have, Harrison Bader, we traded him. So
you're absolutely right.
Judge, for however big he is,
yeah, he steals bases too.
Steals bases. So I'm gonna be honest, the player in which we have can't do it, because if they would, their hammies would pull out.
Yes, but it could also be technique, because Jose Ramirez, if you guys look at him, he's the top base stealer, and he's probably bigger than Judge when it comes to weight. So it could also be one of those things where, what are you reading when the pitcher sets that you are not reading correctly or on time to take that base?
Yeah. Well, no, Judge does steal. Obviously, he didn't play for.
Yeah.
But like, go through our.
I also don't want Judge getting hurt, so I
but like, go through our like list of players. I'm like, Rizzo's not doing it. Stanton's not doing it.
Yeah.
There's just guys. Maybe Torres should be trying it out.
But
You know
that's
what I mean?
but I'm not trying to say that everyone should, but
Or pick spots and win a
Volpe,
few.
Torres, Peraza, Pereira, Cabrera, you guys probably should be stealing a little bit more than just 20.
I think this upcoming
And 20
season
was
they
our
definitely
most.
will. I
Who?
think they definitely will. All the youngins.
For sure.
I think this upcoming season they'll get that opportunity to definitely showcase more of their athleticism and stuff like that. They're gonna have to in order to use them as trade bait.
No, yeah, and especially when you have 20 stolen bases, he had the most opportunities to go ahead and do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
Volpe,
No,
he just
Volpe's
did not
percentage
starting.
was very, very high too. He didn't get caught out. He
Yeah, I
didn't
think
get thrown out a
It
lot.
was 20 out of like 23 or
Yeah,
something
some
like
shit
that.
like that.
I'm with it. I mean, if we can get guys to do it, especially when you have a guy like Judge in your lineup, scoring position is very big for him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going rapid fire here. Like I don't have a docket for you guys, but we're just crushing the Yankees. One thing about roster moves. If you're gonna bring someone up, either have them for a substantial amount of time, or stop giving him the Miguel Andujar treatment, where like 1 week he's in the majors, the next week he's in the minors, right? Because you guys started doing that with Florial, and let me tell you, Florial, the guy at center field has probably one of the best gloves I've seen in a while. But he plays 2 games in the majors, 6 in the minors, 6 in the majors, 12 in the. So it's like you gotta settle down on these dudes because that also messes up dudes' rhythm, right? So you can't have this. Oh, but he's batting 136. Yeah, he's batting 136 because he only plays 2 games out of 3 weeks. Because you keep bringing him up and down. What rhythm is this guy's gonna have if you're not gonna allow him to play substantial amount of games?
Imagine the travel.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like this guy is probably sleeping in a bunk bed.
Yeah, come on.
Like he's not on the team bus. That boy's out here probably taking an Uber to these places. He's flying commercial. Like, I'm sorry. Like that travel and in between, like wherever he's got to go, he's probably didn't have a home game. Like, I don't know. I want to see these young guys really step it up. We got to give them a chance.
Yeah,
These
bro.
older guys, like we got to push them out and let's level up.
And we said that. I think we said that a few episodes ago. Where that's kind of the blueprint now, bro. If you build your farms, and we have one of the best farm systems. If you build this farm system now, obviously, I know I always go back to this. It doesn't really matter if we still have a poison head. Okay, if the head of the snake is still kind of not obsolete, but
it just sucks because we've always had a crazy farm system, but we've always been a type of organization like we'll bring a few up, but then we'll use them as trade bait.
Yeah.
But our precision in what we would bring in would dominate. Whoever we brought in was gonna kill.
Would help.
Not now. Not now. Since 2014 on.
Well, since the core 4, honestly, because that was the last real true draft or class or whatever you want to call them.
No, yeah. After that, chalk it up. Whatever we traded, nothing we got has been great. Nothing we put our hands on since then has been good.
I really just need them to be competitive, bro. And do things the right way, play baseball the right way, play winning baseball, man. Like I'm tired of playing against the Rays and the Blue Jays and the Orioles.
Bro, our whole division
a lot of AL Central teams, and just feeling like we are getting outclassed. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like sometimes there are games where we're watching them and they're literally out there guessing at the plate. They're out there not knowing what if we're in this situation with certain people on base, where are we going? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like that to me is like you don't see that issue with the Braves.
No.
You don't see that issue with the Rangers, with the Diamondbacks, the Orioles. You don't see those issues, bro. You don't see those issues with the Astros.
That's what they do best. That's
fine. You don't you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is my issue with the whole Brian Cashman. I think we're a good team. We don't need to spend money. BS. Fine, don't spend the money. Make sure we're the most fundamentally sound team out there. If you're not going to do that, then make sure you're doing your job trying to make sure we're getting the best players to come and play for us. Because obviously, the coaching that we have is not doing enough to make sure that the product that they put out on the field is the most fundamentally sound baseball players, not just guys that want to go up to the plate and think launch angle home run, launch angle home run, launch angle home
So
run.
stupid.
It does nothing for us because guess what? These pitchers are getting better. That's the problem. We're trying to stick to a formula when the game is advancing, bro. Everybody's throwing 98, 99, 100 now. And everybody's got a nasty breaking pitch, a nasty changeup. The game is changing. It's not one pitch, two pitch pitchers anymore. You got pitchers that are going up there 5, 6 different pitches.
We got new pitches.
New pitches.
Like the sweeper.
insane.
The sweeper this year
Sliders,
dominated
sliders.
so
Oh,
many,
so many, bro.
so many hitters.
Well,
And we're here worrying about Exo Velo.
I'm giving a shout out to Driveline and Thread Athletics because golly, that's what they do. That's what they teach that.
Well, they need to send all the Yankees there.
They teach that. Shout out to them because I went to Driveline and they do it best. Thread Athletics, they got pitchers in there in the farm system and pitching in the big leagues and throwing some good stuff. So shout out to them.
If not, do it the right way. Just watch YouTube videos and go to the batting cages yourself. It's all right, bro. I did it.
I'm saying.
Let me stop. Listen, I'm gonna make this last point because we can go on and on and on. Everything that is going right for us, do us the big favor. Actually, no, I got 2 points. Excuse me. Do us the big favor. Build on it. Capitalize it. Right? Garrett Cole had the lowest ERA as a Yankee in God knows how long. Volpe wins a Gold Glove. Right? Judge, regardless of his injury, still had an MVP season in the amount of games he played. Build on it. Now, don't come this next season and just let's not work on Cole. Let's not progress Volpe's game because he's already great. You want to go? No. That's not how this works. Oh, you want to go glove? Okay, let's go get a platinum. Oh, you got a gold glove? All right, let's get your batting average 280 now. So now you get a gold glove and a silver slugger. Let's not just be one-dimensional in trying to progress these players because that's what's been going on, right?
Honest, I really hope that Aaron Judge, I know he's been with him talking to Volpe. I hope he takes him under the wing. I hope he gets him to his batting coach, gets some work with him. I know early in the season they were working on his stance. They closed it up a little bit. I hope he gets
out to Wells.
You know, early in the season, and I just feel like if he can stay under him and really get to know the game and really get to see what hitting's about, because hey, he got a hitting coach, and past 3 seasons, 60 home runs, batting average at 3, almost won Triple Crown. Like Aaron Judge is really producing. So if he can get under him and really get the hitting, because we see what his glove does, I think we'll have a really good shortstop that might take over.
No, I believe in the kid. I do. So I'm not worried. I think he'll do the right thing. I think Judge will do right by him. I trust Judge. So it's just everything else, you know, like you said, Ray, like don't come into next season and just not build on what we did. Cause yo, I'm not gonna lie. If they do come in on some BS,
it's gonna be a long season.
It's gonna be a long season.
You know? So I really hope they make changes in the offseason.
Might be my last season. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh,
not just with Soto, but everywhere around.
Yeah.
And if we gotta let go of players, let go of players. If we gotta let go of Cashman, let go of, we need to make big moves, not only within our players, but within the staff.
And that's what also doesn't make sense, right? Hal and Cashman, regardless if you didn't like the way he did it, you guys were there when the boss was there. And how the boss ran things and we won chips. Again, if you hated it, doesn't really matter. Because guess what? It won us chips. So maybe, I'm not saying completely copy it, because also it's not the 90s. But how about you take a page out of the boss's book and then implement it in the new era? Because whatever you're doing is not working.
Yeah.
Right? And then I do want to bring up this final point, right? as an organization, I think you guys also need to look back and talk to the greats. Hit up Derek Jeter. Hit up A-Rod. Hit up Hideki. Hit up Pettit. Hit up bro. There's no reason Reggie Jackson should be. But what is he in Houston? I don't know what he is at the Astros. There should be no reason for that.
I didn't even know that.
He's something with the Astros, and he said it in the playoffs. He said it. He said one of the. It was during the Astros and Rangers series, but he said one of the things that he appreciated about the Astros is that they'll talk to him, they'll ask him, they'll bring things to him, and he said that one of the things that the Yankees don't do is that. The Yankees don't hit up DJ. They don't hit up Reggie. There's no way you shouldn't be hitting up Mr. October and November. On hey, listen, we're thinking about signing this kid. What do you guys think? What do you guys are hearing out there? Hey, we're thinking about whatever. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do
That's
like
crazy.
the guys that implemented, that adopted the Yankee way and made it a championship way, you probably should hit them up. If there's people out there you don't want to hit up, all right, don't hit them up. If you don't want to talk to Roger, A-Rod, that's fine. That's fine. It's really fine. But we still got Andy Pettit. We still got Hideki. We still got DJ. We still got Posada. Posada I haven't seen Posada since he retired.
Yeah.
So it's like,
my boy's been chilling.
I'm not saying he's Mike Piazza or Yogi Berra or whatever, but he was Jorge Posada.
Yeah. He was a dog.
Why or have these guys be like spring training coaches or something? I don't know, but you probably should be hitting up the greats to be like, listen, we had a horrible season. I think we need you guys to
come in the off season, put in some work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'd be damn happy to come in for a couple weeks and show them how it's done.
And maybe go as far as hiring. DJ Cashman DJ should be a replacement. I'm sorry. It's over for you. It really is. Like, you just can't keep up with the times, right? Managerial wise, I don't know who they can get, but you guys should. Since Joe Torre left, Tony Pena should have been manager of the New York Yankees, and because you guys are racist, you never did it. Tony Pena goes to the Dodgers. They have phenomenal, great years. They don't win under his belt, but they should have won multiple times. He did a great job with the Dodgers. Now I forgot where he's at. I think he's in the Dominican League, but I think his team in the Dominican League is running shit. It's 2023. It's not 1993.
Let's get to it.
You guys got to figure it out and hit up the greats.
I mean, DJ did say, he's like, hey, I wouldn't mind going back. So
yeah, well, I know they brought up, because I think you guys brought up Pettit for something, but keep him there permanently.
He's our I think, like, pitching guy.
So he's permanent.
Yeah.
All right, cool. One step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
he was upset they got rid of Monty, though.
That whole trade should have never happened.
I know. It's dumb.
For either team, because the Cardinals also didn't benefit from that.
No.
Like, they didn't need Monty. They probably didn't need Bader either. But then they ended up not keeping Monty anyway, so it's like...
The Yankees didn't keep Bader.
That's what I'm saying.
So, what
do we gave up, though? We gave him up, and my boy almost won.
No, he did win.
What?
Monty did win.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's insane, bro. The amount of players on that team.
Impressive.
Who?
I got nothing else. I think we hit a lot of points. We beat on the dead horse way too long. I will say this. All three of us are Yankee fans, so probably before the season starts, we're probably going to have another episode like this again, depending on what moves we do or do not make. So expect this to happen again in the upcoming months. But we at least needed to do this now, especially after whatever happened, that media, whatever that was. Yeah. We needed to speak a little bit. And it might have been a little slow, a little depressing this episode, but you guys need to understand, us as Yankee fans, just like Hal or whoever said, we built a winning culture. We built a championship culture. And the last 2 seasons was not that. So us as New York fans, because obviously these guys are also Giants fans, it's just been depressing.
We got some work to do.
It's just been all around. If you guys have nothing else to say, I will just end the video as always, and like the video if you enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you aren't subscribed, you are all booties. Trust me, I guarantee it. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a banger. Like I said in the beginning of the video, episodes like this will be out every Thursday. We would like to talk about topics, scenarios, questions. If you guys have any, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to answer it, debate about it, talk about it, whatever. We want to hear from you guys. We want a little bit more of engagements, and we're willing to give up our Thursday episodes on whatever topics you guys want us to talk about. And obviously, it would just greatly help us out if you guys just support us. But Ray, EJ, Eli, we love you guys as always. Till next time,
Peace.
Peace.
peace.